Hello, and how is everyone doing today? I really want to start this video off by saying, while this is a super incredible, easy recipe, you have to be extra careful. We're going to be dealing with boiling sugar, super hot molten lava, and if you splash yourself, if you get any on you, you are going to be getting third-degree burns. So I do have to say before this video, as simple as everything is, you have to pay attention to what you're doing. Otherwise, you will hurt yourself. So please, if you're unsure of yourself in the kitchen, if you tend to rush or are a little bit too aggressive when you're stirring, you might want to think twice about this video. I hope you try it, but only if you're safe. So, with that being said, what we are making is English toffee. Now, for those of you who don't know what it is, it's very much like a Score bar or a Heath bar, but it's a little bit thicker. It's coated with chocolate and then topped with crushed toasted nuts. Now, you can use walnuts, you can use almonds, which is what I normally use, but I couldn't find any. So I was very lucky to find some crushed unsalted roasted cashews. And you can use just some peanuts. The actual ingredient list is so simple. It can be scaled up or down depending on how much you want to make, how thick you want to make it. But it's 1 cup of sugar to 1 cup of butter. Hey everyone, I'm back. I'm editing the video and I just realized I made a major mistake in the recipe. And that is, I said you use 1 part butter to 1 part sugar. So in other words, 1 cup butter, 1 cup sugar. And I just realized you don't. It's half a cup of butter to 1 cup of sugar. So again, if you're going to half it, it'd be a 1/4 cup of butter to 1/2 cup of sugar. Or if you're going to double it, 1 cup of butter to 2 cups of sugar. So I was so worried about getting the warning out, I didn't even realize I gave everyone the wrong recipe. So let's get back to the video. Butter. That's it. So if you want to make a double batch, do 2 and 2. If you want to make half a batch, make 1.5 butter, 1/2 butter, 1/2 sugar. It's as simple as that. We use a standard white sugar, a pinch of salt, and just a little splash of vanilla right at the end so that the flavor doesn't vanish. You do need a heavy bottom sauce pot that is bigger than you really think you're going to need, but you don't want one so big that it just spreads out too much. So I just find a normal saucepan like this works perfect for a 1 cup to 1 cup recipe. We do not use a candy thermometer. We just go by the color, by a dark amber. Then we pour it when it's still molten, and this is where you have to be careful. Another place you have to be careful, onto a lined, greased cookie sheet, and then we finish it off. The cooking time, because you do it on a medium-low heat, takes about half an hour to 45 minutes. You don't want to rush this. If you rush it, it's going to be grainy, it won't set properly, and it won't have the right flavor. So you cook over a medium-low heat, and you just cook until you get that dark amber color. I am going to time-lapse all of the video of the cooking, and we'll put some music or something, because you don't want to watch this cook for just 45 minutes. The video is going to start with the ingredients already in the pan and already started. So with that being said, let's jump into the video. Hey everyone, we're back. Sort of. This is just a quick little break. You can see now, obviously, all the sugar is dissolved in the butter, and you're getting all those nice little bubbles. You do want to stir it quite frequently because you don't want to burn the bottom of the pot. I know what we're doing here is burning sugar, but burning it in a controlled way gives the flavor. Burning it because you didn't stir it just tastes like compost. So we're going to keep stirring this. Once all the moisture's evaporated, these bubbles are going to start stacking on each other. So you've got to watch out that obviously it doesn't boil over or anything. And you just want to take your time. Right now we just have that buttery yellow color, and we want to cook this, like I say, till it's a dark amber. Like I say, if any of you have had a Score bar or a Heath bar, that's what the color we're going for. A nice creamy caramel color. And you might be able to see on the camera that we are already getting some color in here. And you can also see as we stir it, it's thickening because it's following the spatula. One thing I do also have to say is use a silicone or a wooden spoon for this. Don't use metal. The metal will just conduct heat. And like I said, this is extremely hot and you will burn yourself on the spoon. And I'm trying to make a sweet treat, not send anyone to the hospital. So we're just going to keep stirring this again while this cooks, and we'll check in as things start to change. Everyone, so it's been about 15 minutes so far, and you can see through the time lapse that I've been stirring this a lot. Added just that pinch of salt like I said I would, and you can see it's no longer that buttery yellow anymore. It's starting to turn a very, very light brown. This is what we're looking for. The liquids now are starting to dissolve, the sugars are breaking down, and they're starting to do their thing. Now, the extra fat that's here from the butter will blend in once it starts getting closer. So don't worry about that. Just keep stirring, scraping the bottom of the pan. I said we want to make sure nothing burns here. Well, we want it to burn, but how we want it to burn. Hey everyone, I didn't realize the camera had shut off, and I've gone ahead and almost finished this. The caramel is almost cooked. What I have here is a pan that, like I said, I've sprayed the pan with oil, put some parchment down, and sprayed the parchment. I'm not going to pour this on camera just because I want all the space I can get so I don't burn myself. Just doing the last check here. Whew. But once this is poured, sorry, I had to turn the exhaust fan on. But once this is poured, we'll bring the camera back and we'll show you everything. Hey everyone. Okay, so we have that poured now. And we'll just let you take a peek. So you can see we've got that nice dark amber color. And we're just letting this cool just enough that it sets up a touch. Now please be careful, because the cookie sheet that you put it on will be very, very hot. It is taking all the heat from the toffee now and transferring it out. So you've got to be very, very careful. Like I've said, I'm just moving some stuff here so we can put... Oh, I'm just putting the camera down, so hopefully I can do this in such a way now that you'll be able to see what I'm going to be doing next. So give me a second. We're going to adjust some stuff and we'll be right back. Okay, so this is starting to set up, but it is still extremely hot. I don't want to touch that with my hand. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to get our chocolate on and use the heat of that molten sugar to melt the chocolate. I'm just using some chocolate chips here, but I am using some good quality Calabo milk chocolate. You can use whichever ones you like. Use white chocolate, dark chocolate, combination. And like I said, we want the heat of this to start melting that chocolate. Now some of it is going to go in. That's okay. Just little pockets of chocolatey goodness. Now I'm sort of just doing this quick. As I said, we've had a few issues with this video. And carefully just carefully as you can. Now I normally would use an offset spatula, but I don't have one here. We just want to carefully spread that as best we can. But you can see just by the heat of the caramel or the toffee how this is all melted now. I'm sorry I can't give you a better view, but right now, as much as I want to do this video, I also don't want to drop my camera into this molten chocolate and caramel. So are there going to be some spaces that don't get covered? Yep. For the simple reason, I didn't get enough chocolate. And this is already setting up, by the way. Not so much, not the chocolate, but that caramel, toffee, brittle, whatever you'd like to call it, is already getting hard. Now, next come the nuts. And like I said, you can use whatever ones you like. I normally use roasted almonds, but I couldn't get. So today we're going with roasted unsalted cashews, which are my favorite out-of-hand nut. So we're just going to cover this as equal as we can, but we don't want to fully crust it because we want people to see the layer of chocolate. But we do want to make sure all of it, all the nuts are sitting in the chocolate. There we go. So now when we break this up, this isn't going, the nuts and everything aren't just going to fall off. They're being held on into the chocolate. Now comes the hardest part. We're going to put this in the freezer for, well, you can put it in the fridge, but we're going to put this in the freezer because it's quicker and there's a little bit less moisture. But we're going to put this in the freezer for about 20 minutes till it all sets up. So, so there. So now that that's done, and actually a little bit better view. So you can see we've got some spots that aren't perfectly covered, like there, but that's fine. If you have more chocolate, you'll have more coverage. So this is going to go in the freezer for about 20 minutes. Then we're going to take it out, just break it into some pieces, and of course, we'll do a taste. We'll see you all real soon. Hello, everyone. We are back. I've already been editing the first half of this video, and, well, you can see it's been an interesting one. But now comes the time it's all worth it. We have our English toffee. Now, if you want, you can be fun and cut this up and all that fun stuff. I personally, you see, it's been one of those videos. I give it a couple of whacks, and you can just break off pieces. And you can see you've got that gorgeous color, that layer of chocolate, the nuts, and so good. Chocolate all over me. I didn't realize there was some on the counter, and I put my hand right into it. I have to stop taking such large bites. And get that rich caramel flavor, a slightly burnt flavor, which is fine. That's exactly what I was going for. I like it like that. You can cook it just a bit less and get more of a sweet flavor. That's up to you. I want to take it to that next stage. It's crisp. It's sweet. It's a little bitter because of the burnt. Got the creaminess of the milk chocolate. I love the cashew nuts on there. It just adds another layer of texture and flavor. So to store this, break it up, put it in a Tupperware, layer it with some wax paper or parchment, and keep it in a cool, dry area. And it'll keep 4 to 5 days. I wouldn't know for sure because I've never kept it that long. This is such an incredible dessert. If you really want to go even further with it, once this is all set, flip it upside down carefully and coat the back with melted chocolate too. Just totally cover it. And it is such an incredible dessert. Easy to make as long as you're careful. I keep going to grab it because I keep wanting to eat it, but I'll wait till I finish the video. So simple as long as you're careful. Great to give as a gift. Simple, easy, not really hard. Just be careful. And there we go. Homemade English toffee. Now, I don't know about where you are, but I know where I am. This is about $30 a kilo. So, just for argument's sake, we'll say $12 a pound. You saw what went in here. This whole thing cost me maybe $3 to make. So, I really hope you try this, but please, please be careful. I know this is a little bit different video because, well, I know the editing that's gone into this, but I hope you enjoy. I hope if you do try it, you are careful. I don't want to read in the comments that you burned yourself. So until next time, I am the 5 p.m. chef. Thank you for coming in my kitchen, and we'll see you all again next time.